They didn't want the smoke. It's the one thing I didn't plan for. Happy Monday. It's a beautiful Monday evening here live from the Park District of Forest Park. We were going to have a doubleheader here tonight with Circus playing 2, but Signature, who had a grueling Sunday in this past weekend's tournament, ended up forfeiting their 2 games today, so there will not be an 8 o'clock or a 9:15 game here on Field 1. So we're just going to get the 1, but oh boy, what a 1 it will be. We've got 45's taking on Circus here momentarily, starting a little bit late, obviously, because we really don't have any rush. We've got nowhere to be, you know, places to go, people to see. So we're just hanging out here for the one game. But like I said, what a game it'll be. We'll go through the lineups right now. While we've got some time for Circus, it's going to be Tony Valdez leading off, and then Tim Koronkowski, Chris Daggs, Chad Hook, Alex Chavez, Trace Ruffy, Sean Burke, Brian Sherwin, Rich Orico, and then Joe Caputo on the mound. And then for 45's, who are going to be in the field defensively, left to right in the outfield, Anthony, Chuck, and PJ. Across the infield, Jeff, Nate, Joe, Danny, and Adam. Chris Lentine behind the plate, and oh boy, what a surprise. As the stream started, I had to walk out and tell him. I had to read the score sheet 3 times just to make sure I was reading it correctly because, you know, wonky eye and all that. But the man on the mound for the 45's is J-Rob. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, he'll be starting this game against Circus. It's almost as if he heard me talking. He's looking over here right now. Jamie behind the dish. So glad to have you all with us. I know we've got Richard, Jackson, Matt, Amelie over in the chat. I know over at home we've got Dan and Sarah watching, along with all the hockey, and there's baseball, and there's all sorts of good stuff that will be on tonight. But we've got our little slice of heaven here in Forest Park at the Park District of Forest Park. And Jamie had it backwards. Circus is the visitors. 45's will be in the field. Ron over on Facebook, thanks for the feed. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Whether it's one people or 100 people, always glad to have someone with us. So now, after all of the confusion, 45's warming up. See Daggs walking out to J-Rob right now. Have a little chat. Yeah, JP, I saw some of the scuttlebutt. Woof. J-Rob saying, I'm good, not going to get any better. Real good dude on the mound. Became more of a part-time player recently. Glad to see whenever he's able to show up. As we are ready to go, Tony in the box, J-Rob on the mound. First pitch hit to right, running over is PJ. That one stays just inside the line. PJ plays it off the fence. Tony around second. He's up easy at third. And that is a leadoff triple. So great start there for Circus. Tony hit that one right down the line, tailed away from PJ. Hit that thick ivy along the fence, or thick growth. Not quite sure what foliage it is. There's a strike. Tim hits that one into left at Anthony Shallow. The throw coming home. Tony about halfway down. Great throw from Anthony there to hold him at third. So J-Rob, the self-admitted softest construction hands in the city, here to the number 3 hitter, Daggs. Daggs takes a strike. Dags hits that one in between Joe and Danny, and that's going to bring the first run in. A little hop across first, and there's a 1-out RBI single. So Circus here with the first trick. Runner on first, 1 out. Chad Hook, the shortstop, up. Hits that one right at Adam Haas for out number 2. I think, I'm not sure what he was doing there. Might have been trying to sell the pop-up drop, but did so unconvincingly, so out number 2. He did point to the sky. Thought maybe he thought there were 3, but I'd buy that he was trying to sell it and just couldn't, as Alex Chavez hits that one over to PJ in left. That's out number 3. So a run across the board, but nothing else for Circus. We head to the bottom of the first inning. 45's coming up. You see that date right there on your screen, July 25th through the 28th. That's right, we are almost 1 month away from the No Glove Nationals Tournament. 56th annual. Sneaking on up on us. Technically less than a month away if you count the play-in games, which are always fun. Vying for that last spot in the tournament. Of course, the road to No Gloves runs right through here. This men's major league, the creme de la creme. So here for 45's, it's going to be Anthony Sanchez, PJ Rains, Nate, Chris, Jeff, Bo, J-Rob, Adam, Danny, Joe, Sammy, and Chuck. It's going to be Joe Caputo on the mound for Circus. Tim Koronkowski behind the plate. Strike there from Joe to start things off. Across the infield, left to right, Alex, Chad, Trace, Chris, and Sean. Sanchez hits that one into left. That one's going to chase Sherwin back as he kicks it along the line. Sanchez up with a leadoff double. And he hit it right to the next guy from left to right in the outfield. It's going to be Brian Sherwin, who you just saw chasing that ball down. Tony Valdez in center, and then Rich Orico in right field. So leadoff double for 45's. PJ Rains in here, using the forest green clincher. This one over to right, over Dag's head, right to Orico. The throw coming into second, and we are quickly tied up at 1 on the RBI single from Rains. So 1-1 runner on first in the first. Take that, Pat Foley. Is that one faded into right off the top of the fence? Nate Mercado, the stud shortstop here for 45's. A 1-1 count here. That one hit into right center. Tony's going to cut it off. PJ over to third, first and third here with nobody out, and Chris coming up. So the lefty, Chris Lentine here with a good chance to take the lead for 45's. A lot of options as a hitter. Hits that one between Trace and Dags. Nate around second. Definitely looks fatigued from the tournament as well. So PJ in to score. Nate over to third. He replaces PJ. Chris over to first, and we're still first and third. Nobody down. So Jeff fouls that one off to the right side. Illegal pitch there. Jeff was gearing up for it. That one rolled over to third. Chavez to Trace for one. Over to first. Jeff beats it out. Good hustle from Jeff. Keeps the out off the board. Runner at first here with one out now. Jeff reaches on the fielder's choice. Bo Filkins, the EH. Hits that one right at Alex. Feigns the throw to first. So after, 3 runs, a quick 2 outs. The pitcher, J-Rob, up, the lefty. You see the shift. The Devanzo shift. Not quite as extreme as he puts it to the left side. Good thinking, hit it where they ain't. There's a strike. Little pause on the look from J-Rob. Hits that one over to the right side. Dags was cheating to the left. J-Rob splits Trace and Dags, and that's been a busy spot for the 45's offense. First and third once again. J-Rob gets a courtesy runner. So Adam Haas takes a ball there off the plate. Hits that one high into center to Tony. A couple steps back, makes the catch for out number 3, but 3 across for 45's. They've got a 2-run lead as we head to the second. Circus coming up. So back here in the top of the second for Circus, it's going to be Trace, Sean, and Brian. Just saw over in the Twitch chat that bump was Green-Eyed Lady. Glad I just added that one, but like I said, with it being random, I have no idea what plays. I have no feedback monitor or headphone up here. No cans, so I can hear all the action. So glad to know that it's a hit. Nice and early, too. So there's a ball from J-Rob to Trace. Just missed deep. Good pitch there to Trace. one hit over to second right at Danny for the first out. Sean Burke steps up to the plate. Glad to see he's okay. In the last Circus game we did last week, he took a foul ball at third off the face. I watched a clip of it today, and that ball was absolutely smoked, so ended up staying in the game but not playing the second game. Burke hits that one into center. Chuck, a couple steps in and over, makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 down here, Sherwin, and you might have picked it up on the mic. That whistle is Izzy Sanchez. Has the knee wrapped. Looks like he's hurting from the tourney this weekend. I was talking to J-Rob before the game. Said, so that means they called the big gun. And he said, yeah, and he didn't answer either. So I showed up, and I said, you know, third time's a charm, so it's got to work out, right? There's a strike. Sherwin hits that one over to Chuck. Took a step, froze, and caught for out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 there. J-Rob makes quick work of Circus. We head to the bottom of the second. Circus with a 2-run lead. So back here, bottom of the second, 45's are going to be sending Danny, Joe, Sammy, and Chuck to the plate. Peoria Matt over on Twitch says the Maddox of 16-inch, he pitches quickly. I think he's a Sox fan, but he might appreciate that. Burley, there we go. That one smoked up the middle for a leadoff single for Danny. I feel like allegiances aside in baseball, any true baseball fan can appreciate Greg Maddox on the field, so I think that's fair. So Joe up here, short center fielder. Haven't really seen him in any games for 45's yet this year. So not sure what tools he has in the bag. Timmy throwing back left-handed. Joe hits that one over to Daggs at second. Down, flips it, Trace for one. Hard throw over to first. Joe just beats it out. Got him by a shoelace, and Timmy says, see what happens when you're in the right spot to Daggs, as we were talking about the last half inning. Looked like he was going to pop up a little early on that ground ball too, but the hands stayed down as the hips were going up, which was nice. Stayed with it, got it over to second quick. Joe got down the line pretty quick. Sammy hits that one over to the left of Daggs. You see Daggs' expression over, or gesture over to his left. So 1 out, runners on first and second here for Chuck. High fly ball over to right. Chuck says, oh, I missed it. Orico makes the basket catch. Good throw into Chad, so 2 down. So back to the top of the order here. Runner in scoring position, so still a good spot for 45's with Anthony Sanchez stepping in. Little bit deep there from Caputo to Sanchez. Ron Kubicki watching from Seattle, Washington, As Anthony laces that one in front of Orico, that's going to bring in at least one. Sammy's going to stop at third, and right as Ron tunes in, 45's put another tally on the board. 4-1 lead now, and here's PJ. Ron, of course, ended that with go 45's. Good timing. So first and third. Ooh, headed to Alaska. Well, I'm not going to say I'm jealous, but, well, you get it. Ooh, Butter checking in over on Facebook. Good E from Hot Arkansas. Trace with the high grounder. Easy throw over to Burke for the out. So 10-3 for out number 3. Another run across the board for 45. Circus chasing 3 coming up in the top of the third. So back here, top of the third for Circus. They're down 3, top of the third, or top 3. It's going to be Rich Orico, Joe Caputo, then top of the lineup, Tony Valdez. Long day, so I had about 3 different sentences melded together in my head there. We got there, though. Journey was wild, but the destination, we got it. So Orico turns on that inside pitch from J-Rob, hits it just under the yellow safety barrier, just off camera. Happy to have you all with us here live from the Park District of Forest Park. Monday, Wednesday, men's Major League Softball. Orico hits that one up the middle. Looked like Joe got a bit of a late break on that one, and that's a lead-off single. 1 month away from the No Glove Nationals. Both of these teams, if you follow the odds, figure to be odds-on favorites. In this league alone, 45's 11-0. Circus with the 2 forfeits counted already. One of them would give them a win, so they'd be 9-2 right now. Third place in this league. Caputo takes a strike. Flashback 12-1, so they're the second place team right now. Caputo hits that one up the middle. Joe steps on second. Throws to first. Everybody's safe. It looks like he might have jammed a knee or something as he's crawling. Kind of took an aggressive jab step into the bag. A late step into the bag. But one of those steps that definitely puts that weird pressure on the knee. That actually looks like it's Sammy. It looks like Sammy and Jeff or Joe were, sorry, switching places out there. The trick there is Joe's wearing the shorts and Sammy's wearing the pants. As that one into left center. That one finds some open green space. That's going to bring in Orico. Caputo's going to freeze at third. Tony Valdez with the double. And he brings his team 1 run closer. So first and third now, still nobody out. Lead cut to 2. Butter. I think they'll be fine. That one hit into left just in front of Sanchez. Tony's going to hold at third. Caputo comes in to score. Had to hold just in case that one was caught. So first and third again. Circus now chasing one. Sherwin running for Korenkowski. Rest of the standings currently in the league. First to last is 45's, Flashback, Circus, Hex, Signature, BTA, High Y, March, Pharaohs, Shooters, Iron, Demons, Players Inc., and Impact. Dags turns on that one. Haas secures the catch. Both runners freeze. That's the first out. Dags hit it hard, but unfortunately hit it right at the tall first baseman. Made the easy catch for the out. At least made it look easy. I would have closed my eyes and got made fun of. Might have still made the catch, but I wouldn't know. So Hook here hits that one over just past Danny at second. Sherwin with the aggressive turn around second. The throw comes in. Slight sidestep from Sherwin. You can see him right there say, my bad, as that one cost him. So Valdez came in to score, but yeah, good play indeed. Sherwin was running, aggressive turnaround second. I believe if he didn't take that little stutter step or slid, he probably would have been in there, but it looks like that split second made all the difference there for out number 2. So 3 across, but 2 down now. Hook over at first. Alex takes a strike. 21. Chavez hits a fly ball to right. PJ barely has to move to make the catch for out number 3, but we tie it all up in the top of the third. 45's coming up. It's a new ball game here in the bottom 3.
JP, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4.
In the words of good old JR, this one would be a slobber knocker. Both teams tougher than a $2 steak. Four here in the bottom of the third. Circus and 45's facing off. Nate leading off here for the 45's. Then it's going to be Chris and Jeff. Nate hits that one over to Burke. Well timed jump there. Makes the catch for out number 1. We have our biggest fan saying Papa Hops in less than 2 weeks. No gloves is overrated. Hey, man. Whatever. Papa Hops is awesome. We agree. That one a little deep. Got the look from Timmy there. Very close pitch to Chris. That one laced just off Chad's hand. He taps it into short center. Chris is going to hold with the 1-out single. So Jeff, who reached on a fielder's choice in the first, takes a strike there from Joe. A Fake between the legs, a pitch. Jeff hits that one over to Trace. Trace thinking about second before he had the ball. Bobbles and everyone is safe. So here's Bo Filkins. Runners on first and second, one down. Circus just tied it up with 3 in the top of the third. Joe says it came around the plate. Bo hit that one to Chavez at third. The throw goes to second. Dag says, give us first touch. So line drive over to third. Big second out for the Circus defense. I feel like usually we see Alex behind the plate, so doing a good job over at third here today. J-Rob up with 2 outs, runner in scoring position. Smooth as butter, laces that one in to right. Chris comes in to score and break the tie once again. Easy swing, easy RBI, all in a day's work for J-Rob. First and third here, 2 outs. Adam Haas, the lefty, looking to add another run. Haas hits that one up the middle, splits Trace and Hook. Bo over to third, Haas standing up at first. Another RBI single. 45's now with a 2-run lead. Yeah, Joe agreed. We talked about it at the top. A little different look here for Circus. Missing Chippy, Alonji, Duff. Busy softball weekend for a lot of these teams. Illegal pitch there from Joe. Here to Danny. That one over under Trace's hand. Bo's going to score. Adam over to third. Still first and third, but the 3-run lead returns here for 45's. What do we got from Butter over on Facebook? Next week's tourneys, 627 Egg Zarnik Men's Class A at Schaumburg. It's going to be a big exposure tournament there for the 8 teams with the no gloves coming up. 628 Wasted Grain in Carroll, Iowa. USA ASA Sunday Fun Day. As that one laced down the line from Joe. Good swing there. Brings another run in. So gave up a 3-run lead, but hey, you'll take it when you trade it for a 4-run lead. Gonna get a pinch hitter here. 19 in for 37, so Sammy out after jamming his knee at second base. Larry in to hit. Hits that one, rolls over it to Dags. Dags with the short arm throw over to first, but 4 runs across for 45's in the bottom of the third. They've doubled up Circus, but Circus coming up here in the 4th, chasing 4. The road to no gloves and the top of the bracket is hot right now. Circus chasing 4 against 45's in the top of the 4th. It's going to be Trace, Sean, and Brian here. That one Roped over to Jeff, gets his hands under it, makes the catch for out number 1. Yeah, always a tough turnaround, Joe, when you play a ton of games on a hot-ass weekend and then turn around. And it's not too hot here tonight, but definitely a little bit muggy, a little uncomfortable. As Burke here with 1 out. Burke not happy with that strike call. Amelie, you are 100% correct there. Burke fouls that one in between the big old trees up by the scoreboard. So for those of you who missed it, who were expecting 2 games tonight, as I was walking over here, softball aficionado Joel let me know that Signature will not be playing their 2 games tonight. So the Circus and Signature game that would have taken place at 8 o'clock has been official forfeit. So Circus gets that win as Burke flies into right over to PJ Burke. A little unhappy with himself there. Probably a little unhappy with that strike call as well, judging by the reaction. So a quick 2 outs for Circus, and here's Sherwin looking to keep the top of the 4th alive. That's a good question, Peoria Matt. I believe probably over the winter when all the leaves died. That was pretty great. The ball that never came down. As Sherwin hits that one over in the same way, clips the leaves, but does come down. Hook over there to get it back in for 45's. So yeah, it'll be a short one for us tonight. I do have the schedule for Wednesday, though. It'll be a Players Inc. doubleheader with Players Inc. versus Shooters and Players Inc. versus Hex. As Sherwin hits that one over to right at PJ. Throws the bat down a little bit unhappy. And that's a quick 1, 2, 3 there for Circus. So 45's get 4, then Circus down 1, 2, 3. 45's coming up in the bottom of the 4th. So here in the bottom of the 4th inning for 45's, it's going to be Chuck, then back to the top with Anthony, PJ, and Nate. What else do we have? I need to make like a drop. I need to record a drop like Butter Facts or something like that, because we got another Butter Fact here. Amazing stat, 36 tournaments played in 2024 already, with over 120 to be played this year. He says it keeps that old guy busy. Definitely does. I feel like there's always something with that butter look to it. As that one hit into right center, tailing away, but Tony with the good range for out number 1. It's wild to think it's been a ton of tournaments and we're still less than a quarter of the way through the expected 120. Sorry, a third of the way. Doing the wrong type of math. So 1 out, ball to Anthony. I blame Common Core. I don't know why, but I do. There's a strike. Anthony hits that one up the middle. Joe down to a knee. Quick hands makes the play for out number 2. Just before that play, was going to say Caputo dealing strikes and Circus not really playing poor defense. It's just been a good hitting day for 45 so far. They found a lot of open space. Haven't really done anything too exorbitant. So PJ up, nobody on, 2 outs. So Circus would love a 1-2-3 inning here. That one just missed. Butterfact. 120 tournaments with lock dates, with another 63 that have pending dates. Jeesh. Softball business is booming. That one off the plate. PJ walks, a 2-out walk here, and it's going to bring Nate to the plate. So not what you want if you're Circus. A quick 2 and then a free pass. Nate hits a high fly ball over to left. Sherwin under, straddles the line, makes the catch. So a 2-out walk, but no harm, no foul. Circus sets him down. Still chasing 4 here, coming up in the top of the 5th. Saw a little 3D. If you had your 3D glasses on there, Chris Lentine throwing the ball into your living room or whatever room you're watching. Innovation, brother. So 9-10 top here for Circus, chasing 4, top 5. Orico, Caputo, and then Tony. Tony's been hitting real well lately, so if these two can get on. As Orico hits that one just over Bo's head at short. Anthony down to a knee for out number 1. Scratch that thought. So let's see, just noticed Bo over at short. It looks like that's the only defensive change as Joe floats that one over to Danny at second. So a quick 2 and back to the top. J-Rob with the pump, the pitch. There's a strike. Jamie took a second to think about it. Looked like he got it right. A little bit of side spin on that one from J-Rob. That one hit over to Danny. High hop, clean throw. 1, 2, 3 again for Circus. 45's with a 4-run lead coming up in the bottom of the 5th. Hi ho, to the bottom of the 5th we go. It's going to be Chris, Jeff, and Bo. Did not plan for that to rhyme like that, but I'm glad it did. So 45's looking to add to their 4-run lead. Put up 4 in the last inning after giving up 3 to tie it up. So a lot of big numbers going up in a hurry. Joe with a bit of a full body wiggle and then a perfect strike. A little bit of side spin on that one. High fly ball over to Tony in center. So one down. Here's Jeff. High fly ball deep into right. Orico chasing it back. Over makes the catch. Gets the hands under it to make sure he secures it. So a quick 2 there. Here's Bo. Bo knows. Clear skies right now in Forest Park. I know it's supposed to rain at some point. That one right back to the pitcher. Strike rain down and grounded out. So 1, 2, 3 there for Circus. Much, much needed. After 5, they're chasing 4 coming up in the top of the 6th. So top 6 here, it's going to be Korenkowski, Dags, and Hook. Two, 3, 4 could be a group of henchmen here for Circus. Big Tim, Dags, Hook. Korenkowski hits that down the line. Hooking foul. Kind of held there straight for a while. A little late life to the left. So J-Rob here set the pump. The pitch illegal. Perfect landing. Timmy hits that one into center. Chuck a few steps down to a knee, secures it. So there's one. That one fouled off to the right side, or left side, sorry. I was looking to the right side. So the ball back in play. J-Rob, the pump, the pitch to Dags. Dags flips it into left, just in front of Anthony. 1 out single. Hook hammers this one down the line into left. Good throw in from Sanchez. So Dag stops at second. I was going to say Hook hooks it down the line, but that just doesn't feel that creative. That's what we call low-hanging fruit. So Alex here hits this one over to Bo. Bo throws to third to get the lead runner. Jeff holds. So 2 down, still first and second. There's a ball to Trace. Trace hits this one into left center. Anthony took a awkward angle to it, so he chases that one back into the gap. Chavez with a slight hesitation around third and holds. Probably would have been safe, or it would have been pretty close, but had a good chance to score had he kept running, as the throw had Bo on the move. Nonetheless, second and third here, a big opportunity for Sean Burke to cut the lead to 1. Burke hits this one over to Jeff. High, hop hard, throw over. 2 runners in scoring position, eliminated on the good play there from the 45's third baseman. Circus gets 1 back, still chasing 3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Good play there from Jeff to end things over third to first. Got to believe that heart gets pumping just a little bit quicker when you've got 2 runners in scoring position and the ball's hit hard to you, but it took a nice high hop and he made a real clean throw across the diamond. So John Robinson, J-Rob, the pitcher here, leading off the 6th. Hits this one high into right. Orico over. Orico under. Slides, secures the catch. J-Rob walking back this way, asking himself, what are you swinging at? A little displeased with that one. Good pitch there to Haas. Use all 12 of those feet there. That one to hook in the hole. Backhand play, clean throw. Burke can't pick it. Real nice play from Chad. Unable to complete it. Jamie says a clean pick has it. Tough pick over at first. I like that. A little inside baseball there from the umpire. Yeah, real great play just to get to it and then to make that Jeter-like throw. That one from Danny. Fouled to the right. Yeah, clean throw across the diamond. Back foot in the hole. Looked like it just was a deep pick there for Burke over at first. Kind of that awkward spot for a first baseman, especially with a ball this size. As Danny hits that one too. Orico playing shallow, down to a knee again. So 2 flyouts to right. Sandwich a single. We've got 2 down, and Joe stepping in. Joe Pauly with the navy blue Franklins. Ropes this one into left, just over Chad. First and second. Larry, who entered for Sammy, who injured himself, stepping on second. Took a hard step into second, and something happened in the knee. Illegal pitch there. A little off the side of the zone anyways. He hits that one up the middle. Good job by Joe. Go Gadget arm, throws it out, knocks it down. Shirley keeps a run off the board. So nothing doing for 45's there. We head to the top of the 7th. It's last wraps for Circus, chasing 3. Need 3 to stay alive. So back here, top 7, it's going to be Sherwin, Orico, and Caputo. 8, 9, 10 for Circus. Then back to the top if they can get there. On Wednesday's broadcast, we will officially be under 1 month from the 2024 No Glove Nationals, the 56th annual, July 25th through 28th. Sherwin hits that one up the middle. Joe, nice play, ranging to his left. Clean throw to first for the first out. So 10-3 for out number 1. Here's Orico, who's been busy in right field. Hits that one up the middle again. Joe kind of knocks it up his arm to himself. Real clean play there to corral it and then make a clean throw across. Butter's still looking for the logo. We're working on it, brother. Don't worry, you don't have to go making stuff up. 2 down. Here's Caputo. I was actually meeting with the people this week, so we should be approving things by tomorrow or Wednesday. So we should have our merchandise and logo figured out by then. And then it'll all be going up on the No Glove Nationals Facebook page at No Glove Nationals, as well as our Facebook page at PDOFP. As Caputo hits this one high on the infield over to Bo. Makes the catch for out number 3. Don't worry, Butter. I've got bail if you end up in FB jail. That's going to do it for this one. So good battle from Circus, but unable to do much to counter the 45's counterattack. A big 3-run inning tied it up at 4, and then Circus really unable to answer 45's the next couple innings. Good defensive play from the 45's, and that's going to do it here for our Monday night single header, no double header, as Signature will not be playing their 2 games tonight, as they played and won this past weekend's tournament. So they are forfeiting the 2 games that they would be playing tonight. So a free win for Circus. So they officially split this doubleheader. They'll be 9-3 on the season. 45's 12-0 undefeated. First and third place teams in our league right now. We'll be back live Wednesday, June 26th. We'll be back on Wednesday, July, whatever too. But we'll be back Wednesday, June 26th at 6:45. It's going to be Players Inc. and Shooters, and then Players Inc. and Hex. And, of course, if you're in the Forest Park area, Wednesday, June 26th, we will also be having our first of 3 summer concert series. It's going to be Classical Blast in the park. We're also going to have Smokey Joel's Red Hots out here slinging some dogs. And then we'll have our first Mart in the Park with the Arts Alliance of Forest Park, where it'll basically be like a craft fair meets a flea market, all sorts of cool stuff there. Local vendors will be out behind the Ruse Pavilion while we've got Classical Blast playing. So that's going to do it here for our Monday night game. 45's victorious 8-5 over Circus. A good game indeed. We'll be back live with you Wednesday night. Thank you for joining me, Adam Cumby, live from the Park District of Forest Park. I will see you on Wednesday.